Hello, Alyssa. I'm Constable Goslin. Have a seat. I understand this may be very difficult to talk about today. Are you hungry or thirsty? Anything?
Good.
Alright. If at any point you don't feel comfortable at all or you don't want to talk about this anymore, please feel free to let me know and we can stop at any point. Alright?
Thank you.
Would you like to begin? Is that alright with you?
Yep.
Alright, Alyssa. Can you explain to me what happened the night outside of Prince Albert on August 30th, 2014?
I was walking home from Jack's. I was walking off Richmond Street onto Albert when I heard someone running up behind me. I didn't think much of it until the woman yelled, "Hey bitch, do you have a problem with me?" I turned around and I noticed it was the girl I saw earlier at the bar. I didn't know what to say, so all I said was, "Sorry." And then she said, "You dropped your drink on me and called me a dumb slut." I didn't purposely do it. All I remember was walking past by her and then someone bumped into me and I accidentally dropped my drink on her. I felt bad for her.
It's okay, Alyssa. It's not your fault. Can you tell me what happened after she confronted you about the drink?
Yeah, I said it was an accident and I didn't mean to do it and that I was sorry, but then I got scared because she was getting closer to me and then she yelled in my face, "You better be, bitch." And then I said, "Or what?" And then she responded to that she was gonna bash my face in.
Okay, and can you tell me what happened after that?
She started punching me in the face and then I fell over and hit my head off the ground. She got on top of me and started punching me. I tried to cover my face with my arms and then tried rolling over to crawl away, but she had me in a tight lock. Next thing I know, a woman jumped in and pulled her off of me.
Okay, and did she say anything else while you guys were in this altercation?
No, she just continued punching me.
Okay. How has this impacted you emotionally and physically, Alyssa?
I've been down and sad, depressed. I've been too scared to go out in the dark at nighttime. Physical wise, I'm bruised on my left eye, some bruising, and I have a fat lip on my right side of my mouth. Bruises on my arms, scrapes on my knees. I was kept in the hospital for 24 hours because I had a mild concussion. And that's about it.
Okay, thank you. And how did this impact you financially?
The doctor told me I should rest for a full week, so that means I've been off work for a week. The costs of medication for my concussion and the pain that I feel from my legs and arms. I don't have any coverage for that, so that came out of my own pocket.
See, that could be very hard. Okay, Alyssa, I want to say thank you very much for coming down today and talking to me about this. I'm just going to give you my card. If you have any questions or if you ever want to talk, please feel free. Don't hesitate to call me.
Thank you.
All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jessica. I'm Constable
Nice
Goslin.
to meet you.
Have a seat. Thanks for coming in today. Are you hungry or thirsty?
No, I'm okay.
Alright, I just want you to understand this statement will be very crucial to this investigation today, so if you have any questions or need any clarifications, please feel free to ask me, and we'll stop at any time. I will do everything in my power to keep your identity confidential, although this will be under video and audio recording. Is that alright with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, perfect. Okay, Jessica, can you explain to me what happened prior to the event that happened on August 30th, 2014?
Well, I was studying pretty late in the library and I decided I should go get a milkshake at Prince Albert's Diner. So I drove down Richmond, parked right next to Victoria Park, like across from Symposium Cafe. And I walked down Richmond, got to the diner around 2 a.m. I think. There was just like a couple of university students. It was pretty empty. And I just sat in like next to windows, looking out to Albert Street.
And what exactly happened when you were sitting at the table looking outside the window?
Well, I saw a woman walking down Richmond Street towards north, and she looked in her early 20s, I think, and she turned into Albert Street. And soon after that, there was another woman. She was like a bit taller. She took the same route into Albert Street, but she looked really angry, really like upset, and she had her heels in her hands, and she was just running towards, Albert Street.
Alright, Jessica, can you describe to me the physical appearance of the woman you saw?
The first woman?
Yes.
She had very long, wavy black hair. She was about average height, maybe 5'5"-ish. She had a tight black dress. She looked like she was just coming from club or something. Like mesh material around the shoulders and the waist. She also had really high black stilettos on.
Okay, and could you tell me what the second woman looked like?
She was a bit taller, maybe around 5'8". She had a sparkly blue top on with black shorts and pink heels. She had long wavy brown hair.
After you witnessed the second woman running down the street, what did you see happen?
Well, after she turned into Albert Street, I thought she was chasing the first woman, and I looked away, I looked back, and I started hearing all this loud yelling and screaming coming from outside.
Okay, and did you hear what they said? What they were screaming about?
No, nothing was audible, but from like the tone and the loudness, it seemed pretty aggressive situation going on.
Okay. And at what time would you say you heard the screaming at?
It was right after the second woman passed by the window, so I would say around 2:30 a.m.
And what happened after you heard the screaming?
Well, I gave a concerning look to the manager, and he said, it sounds pretty intense, somebody should just go check it out. And so I volunteered, and so I walked out the front door, and I could start hearing the loud screaming and yelling.
What did you hear?
I heard the words like bitch and slut getting thrown around a little bit, but I couldn't make out any complete sentences.
Okay. And what did you see when you walked out of Prince Albert Diner?
When I walked out, I kind of peeked around the corner, and there was the two women that I recognized that passed by my window like a minute earlier, and they were like yelling and screaming at each other, so I was gonna go and break up the fight, but that's when the taller woman punched the other woman in the face. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna have to run back into the diner and get my cell phone to call, and that's what I did.
Could you describe the taller woman's behavior towards the dark-haired woman?
Well, she was definitely being overly aggressive. When I grabbed my phone and came back out, the shorter woman was on the ground and the taller woman was on her, like trying to punch her, and the woman on the ground had her like arms in X formation trying to like block the punches. And at that point, the woman on the ground, she like flipped over and she was trying to crawl, like get away, but the other one wouldn't let her. So at that point, I just ran up, like pulled the taller woman off of the other girl, and I called the police, 911, for the ambulance. And I was just trying to like comfort the girl on the ground, but she seemed too like disoriented to talk.
Okay. And how did the taller woman react when you stepped in the middle of both of them?
Well, she was breathing really like heavily. She had a lot of rage and anger towards the other woman, obviously.
Okay, and when you guys were waiting for the police, did she try to do anything else? Did she say anything else?
No, when I was trying to pull her off, she was obviously like still angry and she was trying to still get at the other woman. But after I got her to stand up, she just stood there. It seemed like she realized what she's done.
Okay, Jessica, thank you for coming down today. There will be a copy typed up for you to sign. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. If you have any questions, concerns, or any details that you would like to inform me of, please feel free to call me, contact me, there's my information. As I mentioned before, we will protect your confidentiality to my fullest extent. Your safety here at the London Police Service is one of our biggest priorities. All right?
Yep.
If you have nothing else, I think we're done here for the day. Okay. Thank you very much, Jessica.
You're welcome.
Hi, good afternoon. Come on in and take a seat. I appreciate you coming down on such short notice for me to talk to you. As I mentioned earlier, my name is AJ Wilson, and I understand yours is Hannah?
Yep.
Awesome. Is there a short form or anything else you'd rather be called?
No, just Hannah.
No? Okay. Sounds good. So Hannah, I'm just gonna quickly go over your rights. So just so you are aware, you were not under arrest. So at any time that you want to leave, just know that you are allowed to leave at any time. And you may speak with a lawyer at any time. We can also make the appropriate arrangements for you if needed be. Do you understand?
Yep.
Alright. And anytime you have questions or anything like that, please feel free to ask. Don't hesitate. I will try my best to answer any questions that you have. Do you need a water or anything? I did set one off to the side
Yeah, sure.
just in case. Okay, perfect. So, Hannah, are you in school at all, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I go to Fanshawe.
And what are you taking at Fanshawe?
I'm in fashion merchandising.
So, do you have any after-school plans?
Yeah, I want to start my own clothing line.
Well, that sounds like good goals for the future. So, do you have a house or an apartment located by Fanshawe at all?
Yeah, I rent a house with a couple of friends.
And where's that located?
Across from Fanshawe on 209 Fleming.
Okay. So, could you tell me what had happened prior to the incident that had taken place August 30th? That was the Saturday morning, involving Miss Alyssa Roberts.
Yeah, I was at my house pre-drinking with a couple of friends.
And what are your friends' names?
Alex Heron and Tara McDonald.
And what did you, Alex, and Tara do after you guys finished drinking?
We stayed around a little bit, played a couple more games, and then called for a taxi.
And do you roughly know what time the taxi had arrived?
I'd say it was around 11:30ish.
11:30? Okay. And what did you guys do while you were waiting for the taxi?
We waited on my front porch.
Okay, and after the taxi arrived, what bar did you guys go to?
We took the taxi to Gatsby at first, but the line was busy, so we headed to Jack's instead.
Okay, so with all that running around, what time would you say you got to Jack's then?
I'd say at about 11:50.
11:50? Okay. And was there much of a wait or anything like that?
Nope, we got in right away.
Alright, cool. And from my understanding, a little while after you arrived at Jack's, there was an incident that had taken place. Could you just briefly maybe tell me what had happened?
Yeah, I was just dancing, minding my own business, and out of nowhere, this girl comes up and calls me a dumb slut.
Okay, and I'm guessing this was Alyssa.
Yeah.
And did you know Alyssa beforehand at all?
No, that was the first time I'd seen her.
No? Okay. And now I have written down here as well that there was a second incident that had taken place.
Yeah, there was. It happened later on during the night. She walked past me and threw her beer all over me, and then she started to make comments about my outfit.
And do you remember exactly what Alyssa said?
Yeah, she called me a ratchet hoe and said that I should have more self-respect.
So where were Alex and Tara during these incidents?
I lost them in the crowd somewhere. I honestly didn't see them for the rest of the night.
Okay, and when would you say these confrontations took place?
The first one was around 1:15, and then the second one was around closing time, so probably about 2:15.
Okay. And what did you do following the incidents with Alyssa?
The first one, I went around looking for Alex and Tara. I couldn't find them anywhere, and they ended up texting me saying that they had left the bar already.
Okay. And then the second one?
It was close to close, so I probably, went to the washroom and stayed till the lights came on.
Okay. So you were seen walking down Albert Street around 2:30 in the morning. Is there any possible way that you could have left Jack's earlier?
Yeah, I guess I would have had to leave a little bit earlier.
Okay, and that would have been after the second incident with Alyssa then?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. And when you left Jack's, where were you heading to, or where were you walking to?
I was heading down Richmond Street towards Oxford. I was waving down a couple taxis, but none of them stopped, so I just kept walking.
And at what point did you find Alyssa?
I saw her walking down Albert Street.
And Hannah, when you saw Alyssa, what happened after that?
I confronted her.
And do you remember what your exact words were to Alyssa?
I believe I said, "Do you have a problem with me?"
And how did Alyssa respond to that?
I don't know, but she was really angry.
And did you have anything else to say to Alyssa after that?
I'm pretty sure I asked, why she called me a dumb slut and threw her drink on me.
Okay. Well, a witness told us, Hannah, that you had thrown the first punch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hannah, things like this happen after a long, stressful day, and if things have been bugging you, maybe, finances, schooling, things like that have been bugging you, you want to just really go home, relax, have some drinks with your friends and go out. Then if you have someone bothering you, and, maybe pissing you off, it can really wreck your day, right?
Maybe a little.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. We have two options here. Hannah, you could stop lying to me because I'm pretty certain that you did throw the first punch. And if you want to be honest with me right now, I'm sure from experience the judge may give you a lighter, sentence. But if you're going to keep lying, I can guarantee you right now your sentence is going to be a little bit heavier. So it's up to you in the end, Hannah, what you want to do.
I didn't mean for it to escalate that quickly. I didn't mean to punch her. It just sort of happened. The night got the best of me.
Okay, so maybe the alcohol got to you a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. So you're confessing to throwing the first punch and assaulting Alyssa?
Yeah, but I didn't mean it for it to turn out to be so bad.
Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have you wait here. I'm gonna go get some paperwork and then we'll bring it back and have you sign it. I just want to say, Hannah, it is a big thing when it comes to admitting and taking responsibility for your actions. Not a lot of people do that, so I just want to say thank you because it is a hard thing to do, I understand. So you just wanted to have fun and this is where it's gotten us. Okay, so I will be right back. You just want to wait here and I'll send another officer in a minute.